All right, first and foremost, when they go all praise to Yahweh, Shema Shah, Shema Kodash, the bonus to the apostle, and elders, a great millstone, peace, salutation to the brothers doing the work, in sincerity and in truth, the hopeful elect, the brothers waiting every day patiently for Yahweh, Shema Shah to return, so we can leave this place. Peace, salutation to you, brothers. Just get it. I just want to get to us, speak to brothers. You know, when you get into this work, you want everybody to know that, you Israelites. Hey, you might even run into Israelites, you know. But when you find out there's a disparity, there's a difference between the doctrines and the things that you were taught compared to what they were taught. You have, it seems to trouble your spirit, you know. It vexes you, you know, because you know that in the spirit, what the Lord is giving a man of the Lord, He's giving them a man of the Lord would do certain the way things, the way the scriptures are broken down in a lot of different camps, or Christian church, or just basically a home, or your homes where you grew up. You get a lot of backlash on how we speak. You get issues about the rape doctrine. They say we say names, which so-called will make a lot of people, veer away from the doctrine in a sense. But spiritually, the man of the Lord knows and can pinpoint in the spirit, and basically it's all with Yahweh Shem Shalom. He can pinpoint that no matter what's being said that's out of line, out of line in their ears, is not in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shah, because the way it was spoken, the prophet will learn that you can't take everything as basically offended that they don't want to listen. No one wants to listen, because let me go to Paul real quick. I think it's First Corinthians. Let's go First Corinthians. I think it's 11. I think it's 2 Corinthians. Okay. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 11:6. It says, But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. But we have thoroughly made manifest we have been met thoroughly, Salakia. Verse 6 again. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. But we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. And that's what we basically been doing. You might hear us on the street corners and the highways and byways, and it turns a lot of people off. And it but that's not the thing that a prophet will understand. A man of the Lord can hear the message being brought out. A lot of people think that's what the problem is. A lot of the guys falling out is really Yahweh Shem Shah not letting you hear, hear what was given. But now we coming to a case which has been going on forever, is that, we're not going to sit here and slow down because you get offended. You know, well, we turn it over a new leaf. We're not as going to be as rough, but in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're going to still do the work, and we're going to still do it thoroughly as much as we can, because it's made manifest, like Paul said. It's thoroughly made manifest, through all men, man. So everything we're saying, it's only guided through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, that you can understand it, and the ears are given to you. Okay? So we're not going to slow down, We're going to continue in this work and be diligent as much as possible in the eyes of the Lord, man. Because we're not going to just hand things over. We're not going to not hand things over, but take away our integrity and not telling you the scriptures. We can mainly say the same thing that people come against us saying rapists, baby rapists, or whatever that case. You can still be stupid if you want. Okay, this is Matthew 7:6. It says, "Give not, which is holy unto the dogs, and cast ye your pearls, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you." Okay, so we're not gonna give or lay back because of what you guys think. Yeah, you stay the man of great millstone. We're not brotherly, or in that case, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that this word is going to get put out. So we're not going to worry about what you don't care what the Christian church do or what anybody else do. We're going to still do this work, right? Okay. This is gonna be quick. It's gonna be Matthew's to the 15th chapter, the 14th verse. Matthew 15 and 14. It says, "Let them." Let's see. Let's start at verse 9. "But in vain," let's start at 8. Let's start at 7. "Ye hypocrites, what did Elias prophesy of you, saying, This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men." Yeah, it's being taught of the tradition, that basically, if we could, in these times, it might be proper execution of the law be executed, but we're in the time of Esau, so everything is being basically watered down. The woman can sleep with another man and nothing can happen. The laws are still on her side. A woman could do anything a man could do. We got sodomites everywhere, and nobody's really saying nothing. And when it comes down to sodomite, everybody's apologizing for if they say something derogatory. So now it's a shaky ground in this place. That's why it's Great Babylon, man. And that's what was heavy in there. Egypt, Assyria. Up in Egypt, the men was wearing makeup, like now, Death is everywhere. This life is going to shit, man. There's no integrity in this world, man. A woman could kill her husband, get away with it, and just go on with her life, Okay. Verse 8. "This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And he called the multitude and said unto them, hear and understand. So this is Yahweh Shah speaking. It says, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth. And this defileth the man. This defileth the man. Now, yeah, we know you cannot eat unlawful foods. He was talking about what your thoughts and your thoughts and the intents of your heart, man, and the wicked things that come out of it, man. You know, the perversion, you know, the destructive measures that you do. You know, the world is collapsing in front of everybody's eyes, but Yahweh Shema Shai is designed it to be that way. And you know, we see more drama than we see anything, man. You know. Okay. It says, then came his disciples and said unto him, knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this say? Yeah, of course. Wow, what the Pharisees said before, they said, the wicked ones said, hey, if he come in here, they're gonna take away our office. They wanted to be in that lot, stay in the priestlyhood, and not be be moved, you know, because that's a lot of things about money and deception, man. It's deception in Israel. A lot of Israelites understand that the chip is the mark of the beast, but what? They don't want to speak on it. They know that they understand the rape doctrine, the so-called rape doctrine. They understand that that the chariots are the Lord of the Lord. They understand that John is a man. John in the spirit is a man of the Lord. They understand this, but still they trim their ways to seek love. Let's go to 13, and he says, and he answered and said, every plant which is planted, which my heavenly Father has not planted, shall be rooted up. So, you know, if he's talking about anybody that's the 2/3. If Yahweh Shema Shai not give you this heavenly understanding, you're gonna be, the Most High is not dealing with you. So ultimately, it's all about Yahweh Shema Shai and his decision. Verse 14 says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. That's what we got to do. We can't convert every Israelite that come across our path or come to our job, and some of them know they're Israelites, but they have a different doctrine. They call on the name of the Lord in a different way. You know, hey, you got it. They call on the Sabbath is different. You know, they think they can smoke in the process of being an Israelite. You know, there's a lot of Israelites that grab that and ball it up and roll it into one. You know, but we, men of the Lord or the prophets of the Lord, are going to be dealing with the scriptures the proper way, not what somebody else does, not what somebody else who goes off and go in their own way. Right? It says, shall be rooted up. Verse 14, let them alone, for they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall in a ditch. So don't, if you end up falling behind these guys, that's on you. Yahweh Shema Shai ain't about to, we not about to, the Spirit of the Lord willing, we not throw men. We're not going to, we're going to stay away from guys like that. And that's what most of these camps don't like. They don't want us to, they want us to be unity in one, but we can't just do that, man. If we did that, Yahweh Shai did that, he wouldn't be the Savior, man. Know what the Pharisees wanted to do? He didn't want us to speak in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, speak in that name of Yahweh Shai, and to take away their office. You know, we'll be in a worst case scenario. You know, so you can't follow these guys, not with the lemur attitude. Okay. All right. Let's go to Timothy's. 1 Timothy 6:3. First Timothy No, the 6 and 3. I'm gonna just keep going to the points. Okay. If any man teach otherwise, and consent not the wholesome words, even to the words of our Lord Yahushua, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness. So if they ain't not listening, don't try to battle them to get them to conform. Basically, man, if you out there on the highways and byways, if they want to really know, we got the videos that's out there, and they can hear those, But we out there on the mission, we on the highways and byways to do this work, and let them. That's why the scripture said, "Let them alone. They blind leaders of the blind," because you can get guys that'll follow their pastor at the church. That's why the pastor, it says, "Woe to the pastors and preachers," because they destroy and scatter the sheep. Loosely translating. It says, verse 4, it says, "He is proud, knowing nothing, but doubting," because a lot of them don't want to come off that pride tip and don't want to humble themselves like little children, like Yahushua said, about questions and strifes of words, man. Wherefore cometh envy, strife, railing, and evil, surmising, right? Let's get the word surmising, okay? There you go, suspicion. It goes into the word suspicion, all right? Let's go to verse 5. Perverse disputing of men of corrupt minds. Yeah, it's a problem. They're disputing and perverting the gospel and destitute of the truth. Yeah, they're going to have no problem with the fraud and the work, man. Supposing that gain is godliness. So a lot of guys, so being in leadership roles, and now you getting floods of tights, and you're looking good. Now you got 3 wives, and you're taking care of them, and but you not all the whole time. You rather revel in the ignorance of not knowing than really sitting back and pondering about what your end shall be. Because honestly, I can't say I'm gonna make it, but Lord willing, I make it, and and guys just want to get out here and don't make it, and wonder if they're thinking they're gonna make it. Most likely not gonna make it, because they put a fringe on, or they have, they put a suit on at the church, or they sat on the deacon's board. Okay, perverse disputing of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing gain is godliness, such withdraw thyself. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Okay, the word contentment goes into the word perfect condition of life. All right, sufficiency of necessities. All right, the mind content of what is lot contentment. Right. Everything is good. So being good and keep your work and godly, and this work is keeping you tight in this word we have about Shema. Right? Let's go to 2 Tim. I said 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Right? And here's another thing. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "I charge thee therefore before the Most High and the Lord Yahushua, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his disappearing in his kingdom, preach the word, be instant, in season and out of season." You got guys that don't want to go out to the highways and byways. As the scriptures tell you to, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and of doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. That's around the time. They're not going to hear the words of the power of Yahweh Shem Shah, but after their own lust. So they only going to go their own way because what? They fall into the spect of seducing spirits. Okay? They shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, right? Because of gluttony, You know, wicked, robbery, envy, strife. You know, he don't know who you're talking about. Well, keep going. That's why we're not going to change the way. We're not going to change this word for nobody, man. Okay? Because Yahweh Shimon Shai has had appointed this to be sound doctrine. And the guys are just fading themselves to trim their ways to seek love so they won't have to hear a backlash about them. We don't care about that, man. And shall be turned unto fable. So they're going to be turned into fable. They shall when you change the fallacies and believe it. Because what? It's always a spirit that's on them, man. Okay? Verse 5, it says, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, and make full proof of thy ministry. And that's what we're going to do. And we can't worry about shit else but what Yahweh Shimon Shai has proclaimed us to do. You know, because, you know, well, let me go back there. I'm going to go to, I'm going to just go to something. And I'm going to go to the top. Let me think. I know the scriptures. Oh, spirit right there. Okay, this is 1 Corinthians 14. I'm gonna look at 29. It says, "Let the prophets." This is. Verse 32. It says, "And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets," and that's what it's going to be. So the ears the ears that receive it is the ones that Yahweh Shimon Shai planted. You know. Verse 33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, and in all the churches of the saints. Okay. And well, let me just end it off right here. Verse 37, if any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. So if you think that this is right, you'll know that this is the commandments of the Lord, man. You'll feel the spirit, and you'll know. A lot of you guys are confused because you're really not indulging yourself in the work. You really just think this is Israelite party. So we're going to let you feel how you want to feel. Verse 38. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Okay? So, and that's really it. If you want to be ignorant, we're going to let you be ignorant. And so, with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shimon Shai, Shimon Karkadash, the bonds to the apostle and elders, peace, salutation, shalom.